You are listening to Studio MacGyver's Dragon Ball and Video Game Podcast.
What's going down, guys? I am back. It is your boy, Studio MacGyver, and you are listening to Studio MacGyver's Dragon Ball and Video Game Podcast. I want to talk about a few things today, but first we're going to start off with the latest episode of Dragon Ball Super. It was pretty good. I want to say Frieza had everybody shook. He had me thinking up until this point that he was plotting to overthrow Universe 7 with Frost. And pretty much, I think he fooled me. He fooled me. And I'm still not convinced just yet. Okay. Basically what happened in this episode was, it was episode 108. It was Frieza making everybody think, he was going to team up with Frost and against Gohan. So he played it so smooth, and he was hoping that Gohan would realize that he was, playing Frost without saying any words at all. In other words, he was starting to fight Gohan, and he was hitting him, and he wasn't using his full power at all. And Gohan realized that. He basically was trying to show off to Frost that, hey, I am on your side. Everything we talked about is going to happen, and just watch me work. So basically Gohan was smart enough to figure that out. He played along with Frieza to the very end. When Frost thought that all was said and done, just when he let his guard down, Frieza got in his ass. And deservingly so, because I never did like Frost. Frost was a sneaky little fuck boy. And that's the best way I can describe it. He was just sneaky, man. And he was, if he got his ass whooped, he ran like a hoe, and I just don't like him. I mean, I don't know if that's just all Frieza races or not, but I mean, Frieza himself didn't run. I mean, Frieza was going to try to take you out, until he died. I mean, till his last breath, until he got cut in half, by his own, attack, and Goku bounced it back at him. So, they're the same yet different in that sense. But that was pretty much what the episode was about. It focused on that. Everybody was wondering what was going to happen. And I'm still wondering even more so now what's going to happen, because Frieza, don't get it twisted. If you sleep on Frieza at any given time, he can and will stab you in the back. He will stab you in the back. So, and he's one of my favorite characters. So I know him pretty well, enough to know that what he did just now is easy for him to do again. So you think he wouldn't hesitate to stab Goku in the back? Come on, let's keep it real with each other. Vegeta, you know what I mean? Oh man, I would love to see them two fight. I would love it. But it's got me thinking about a couple things here. One of those things being this. Is he, and I say he as in Toriyama and Toy and those guys in the writing room, are they trying to make Frieza a Vegeta 2.0? And I mean that by, everybody knows Vegeta's story. He started out as a sworn enemy to Goku, and as time went on, He began to join forces with him. Now he's pretty much part of their team. Had a family with him and everything. Now I know Frieza's not going to get with a human and have kids, but as far as everything else is concerned, is it possible? Do you guys think that it's possible for somebody like Frieza to be one of the good guys? I don't buy that. I'm not buying it, but I've seen stranger things. I don't know. I'm curious to get you guys' take on this. If you guys have any opinions, have anything to say about this, hey, email me. You guys can email me at Studio MacGyver Music with the K at yahoo.com. You can also hit me on the Facebook page at Studio MacGyver. And you can also hit me at Twitter at Studio MacGyver as well. So please chime in. Let me know what you think. If you think he's going to stab everybody in the back, if he's got a hidden agenda, which I think he does, or do you think it's possible that maybe after this tournament is over, if they do happen to live and make it, that maybe he has a change of heart. Maybe he slowly starts to soften up a little bit. Maybe there's a bigger threat, another threat, because they keep hinting at other universes out here being stronger, and these are the weakest universes. I don't think they're mentioning these things for no reason. What relevance would that have to be mentioned if something was coming around the corner or something was going to happen later on? You know what I mean? Why would they keep mentioning that these are the weakest universes and there are stronger universes and they can't participate because they're just too strong? You feel what I'm saying? And then one of the strongest teams in this tournament right now happens to be Toppo, Jiren, those guys. And they represent peace and they represent honor. They represent all that is good. And they hate Goku because they think that Goku is the reason that this is happening and they're blaming him. So they look at him as evil. So they hate everything evil. Then you have the other clique who basically endorse love and everything is love with them. You know, the chubby little princess looking character, you know, they're all love. Her power is love and she's pretty tough. She's giving Goku a run for his money in his base form. So, I mean, who knows what's going to happen next, but I don't think she can take Goku. But if you just look and read between the lines and try to look at things from different angles, you know, that's what I see. That's what I see right now. I mean, they wouldn't mention that for nothing, if you ask me. So something's up. Something's up here. This is what I think is going to happen. I think that Universe 7 is going to somehow find a way to win. Now, I don't know for sure if everybody else who loses, you know, I'm thinking they're getting erased, but they're not being killed. Okay. Now, I think they're going to be one of the last ones standing. They're going to get the Dragon Balls and they're going to wish everybody back who was taken, all the other universes who were, you know, basically wiped out. They're going to wish those guys back. And then the other universes that are out there who are supposedly stronger than everybody else is going to invade, or something bad is going to happen where they're going to impose their will on these other universes. And then they're going to have to somehow come together. I'm not saying every universe is, but I'm saying that maybe, you know, Toppo and Jiren and those guys, that could be a possibility. Who knows, man? I mean, that's what I think is going to happen. Who knows? I mean, I'm going to benchmark this podcast because it could come in handy later on, as this series moves forward. And I'm just going to match it up. I'm going to put it to the test later on and see if anything comes true of what I said or what I think is going to happen, or maybe none of it, knowing Toriyama, because he can have a way of just throwing you in the dark, blindfolded and butt naked. So we shall see, though. But I'm just telling you guys right now, I don't think that they would keep mentioning the fact that there's other universes who happen to be stronger out here and continue to mention that for no reason. I just don't see it. So, and the more powerful universes happen to be good. Goku's clique, like I said, Toppo and Jiren and them, those guys, and then you got the people who represent love and goodness and all of that. You know, these are some of the strongest ones of the weaker universes. I don't know. That's just my thoughts on that. As far as the writing is concerned, like I said, they did a good job with Roshi, but what fucked it up for me was it wasn't consistent with the history of the characters. And that equals, in my opinion, bad writing. You know, bad writing. Not bad writing overall, but bad writing for certain instances or parts in this series so far. And that's one of them. Okay? Because for some reason you're pushing Roshi so hard right now and giving him multiple hand jobs. And I don't understand where it's coming from. Now I understand that everybody has grown. You know, Krillin has a hand job as well. The only one who's basically, you know, gotten blue balls has been Tien Shinhan, in my opinion, in the group so far. I mean, and I'm saying that because if you line everybody up, okay, from when the series started up until now, okay, we all know the Saiyans are in a league of their own. But as far as the humans and the other guys and the assist characters, if you will, you know, Piccolo is, you know, the first or the strongest, you know, and then you have Tien, and then you have Krillin, and then you have Roshi. And last but not least, you have that one they call Yamcha. But yeah, that's the order it's supposed to be. And that's the order, the true order of everybody in Universe 7, man. I mean, Majin Buu is in there too, but, you know, I'm talking about right now, who's in this tournament, you know, and all of that. That's what I'm talking about. So you guys tell me, am I smoking crack? Am I smoking sherm sticks? Am I high and just don't know what I'm talking about? Or what I'm saying, you know, at least does it have some kind of merit behind it? Because I can't for the life of me figure out that part of the section. And I think that Toy and them don't give a fuck because, you know, he's 10 in their eyes. He's just 10. We'll give him a little light and we'll just, you know, we got to write him in because he's just there, you know, type. But I don't know, man. You guys tell me. You know, that's a blemish on this part, on this saga thus far. You know, to all the TN fans out there, I feel your pain. And I know you guys feel my pain. I've been reading threads. I've been on YouTube. There are a lot more TN fans than I thought. And I'm happy to say that. You know what I mean? I'm happy that we're not just blowing in the wind, you know what I'm saying, with our dicks in our hand. You know what I mean? Somebody out there cares for us. You know, so yeah. Let's keep it real with each other. And, you know, that brings me to another topic. Dragon Ball Super, that was pretty much the wrap up of it. You know what I mean? And you guys know how frustrated I am and how frustrated I can be when it comes to Tien Shinhan. He's one of my favorite characters in the series, man. And I'm not going to stop supporting him. And I'm not going to stop watching his back. If I see something, you know what I mean, that is not right, you know, with some of my characters that I like, then I'm going to say something about it. You know what I mean? I mean, Vegeta is one of my favorite characters, but he's Vegeta, so he's going to be okay. Frieza is another one of my characters, and you saw what happened to him. I mean, he was all but gone at the end of the Frieza saga, but guess what? He's been brought back because he is truly the dopest. He is truly, in my opinion, one of the greatest anime villains of all time. But that's just me. Which is why I don't believe he's going to turn good. He's got something up his sleeve. But that's just my opinion. We'll find out, won't we? But as far as Super episode 108, that's a wrap for that. I'm going to stop ranting. I want to talk about something else that brings me to this moment in time. And that is Dragon Ball Fighter Z. Yes, Dragon Ball Fighter Z. If you guys don't know it, you should know it. But there is gameplay footage now. Not a lot, not very long, maybe 20 seconds apiece. but there's gameplay footage of Yamcha and my boy Tien Shinhan, and it looks so good, so awesome, great. I don't know how many good words I can say for it, but it is. I'm very, very pleased with Tien Shinhan. Even Yamcha, I'm very pleased with what I saw. I'm very pleased, and I can tell by watching the trailer that the producers of the game are not fucking around, and they put a lot of love into Tien, and I can see it. I felt it glowing off the screen because, like I said, one of the producers, her favorite character is Tien, so I knew he was in good hands. Yeah. And there's been a lot of controversy as far as what Tien is wearing, because the game is called Dragon Ball Fighter Z. And, I got the feeling that, they wanted to make this game evolve around the characters from Dragon Ball Z. And if you look at the characters so far, I mean, that's pretty much what they have done, right? I mean, if you look at the appearance, if you look at, the clothes that they have on at that current time period, all of those things came out of Z, except Tien. Now they do have Super Saiyan God, Vegeta and Goku, but Goku doesn't have different clothes. He just has the hair, and Vegeta just, his hair, but he once had a different outfit. You guys know that outfit with Whis' little symbol on the side or whatever. But yeah, man. So I'm trying to figure out what they're doing here with this. Tien has the outfit from Dragon Ball Super. So I don't understand that one. I mean, don't get me wrong. That's one of my favorite outfits that he has, because in my opinion, Tien has the most swag of all the Z characters, as far as his dress code is concerned. It started for me in the Cell Saga with the white t-shirt, the simple white t-shirt tucked in with the green pants, all of that, man. He's got swag. I said, okay, Tien is starting to come with some swag a little bit. And then when the Buu Saga came, what did he come with? He came with the cape. He came with the garb and all of that, man. The traveling cape and garb, man. That was fly. I thought that was really fly. And then he killed it, in my opinion, when Super came, and his dress code is immaculate. That's just my opinion. He's my boy. He's just one of the flyest characters on the scene as far as his gear, man. I don't know if Toriyama and them is like, okay, well, we're gonna fuck him up and treat him like shit, but god damn it, does he dress well? I don't know. I don't know what the hell they're thinking. I don't know if they've had too much sake and they've just forgotten about Tien as a whole, period. But I'm not gonna fall into that trap and get into another Tien rant. I'm gonna leave it right there. But I am gonna talk about what people are talking about and what I've been hearing and reading. And like I said, nobody knows where this is going, because it's throwing people off as far as the dress code. Now I'm just assuming, my second favorite, I guess, Tien outfit or gear that he wears is simple. I mean, he's shirtless with his scar being exposed. So, he just looks gangster with his scar out, you know what I mean? And he just got his green pants on, you know what I mean? But I thought that was going to be the version that we got of him, and just because we're talking about Dragon Ball Z here. But, they went there, and I'm cool with that either way. But I just think that there's going to be, there's going to be alternate outfits, you know what I mean? Later on down the line, the DLC maybe, probably. But I definitely see that in the works. So don't get too emotional about, your character, your favorite character not wearing what, you would like him to wear. Because pretty much mostly everybody is wearing their universal type of thing. In other words, they're wearing the stuff that they've wore for the most of their fighting careers, Goku with that gi, Yamcha, they gave him with the long hair, I'm saying early Yamcha. Like I said, Krillin, and the only person that has, like I said, changed is Tien Shinhan, and they gave him that current outfit. So I don't know. Hopefully we'll get an explanation about that. Maybe they'll tell us and let us in on something that we don't know. But yeah, there's a lot of talk about that from Tien fans, especially. Because some people don't like the outfit. There's some people that they're like, I don't like it because that's the outfit he's had when he's been mistreated the most, by Toriyama and Toei and all those guys. You know what I mean? Which, look, he has. I'm keeping it real. They're not using his techniques that they should be using. But like I said, I'm not going to fall into that trap. I almost did, but I'm going to leave it alone. Leave it right there. Okay. That's about it for me, guys. I mean, I went a little long on this Dragon Ball episode, but it felt good. I needed to get this off, and as far as the gaming thing is concerned, I mean, not too much right now. I've been focusing on, but I will get into what I've been playing on the next podcast. I'm trying to get into this Naruto Ninja Storm series, and that's what I'm doing right now on my end. And I'm got some other things in the works, guys. So just like I said, go check out my YouTube channel. You know what I mean? Subscribe to me. I revamped the whole channel. So I'm going to be giving out content on a daily. And like I said, please go support the podcast on Facebook. Your love is much appreciated. Your listening is very much appreciated. And I just want to tell you guys I love you all. And thank you for your support and just listening. Thank you for listening. And if you have anything you want to talk about or anything you want to say, please, like I said earlier in the podcast, don't hesitate. Email Studio MacGyver Music with a K at yahoo.com. At Twitter is Studio MacGyver. Of course, you got at in front of that. And then also at Studio MacGyver for the Facebook page. With that being said, guys, you have been listening to Studio MacGyver's Dragon Ball and Video Game Podcast. See you next time.